that animation, man, I've just got to start off. I do not like it at all.
I don't think anyone likes it. A lot of people complain that it's giving them massive, like, uncanny valley, which I understand because, you know, you look at the character, you know that it's Shrek. You look at Donkey, you know that it's Donkey.
It doesn't feel right. That's not Donkey. And in the words of Don Vito Corleone, look how they massacred my boy. That applies to all that. And Shrek as well.
Yeah.
My boy Shrek, like...
Very strange.
Man, yeah, that's put me off immediately.
There is an explanation behind it, though, and it's quite interesting. So it says the style looks different because DreamWorks is utilizing advanced high-end rendering technology, specifically their Moonray system. And this shift is combined with stylistic inspiration from Puss in Boots: The Last Witch. It has resulted in a more modern, glossy, and stylized aesthetic. DreamWorks has moved to advanced software, and the original in-house studio that made the first 4 films closed in 2015, and the original software was lost. The new tech allows for smoother skin, bigger eyes, and softer, rounder facial features. It's weird, though, because I feel like even if their software closed, you could still work closer to the original.
Absolutely, 100%.
But I feel like they're kind of embracing this change.
Yeah. And look, which is fine because, you know, this film is obviously going to be made for a new audience, you know. We're probably going to be less excited about it because it's our childhood. We're the age we are now, blah, blah, blah. And I have no problem with that. And actually...
But also more cynical about the change.
Yeah, of course, 100%, yeah. And actually, like, in terms of the humor, I'm going to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Because despite how distracting that art style was, that right at the moment, that's a big problem for me. This could, like, you know, be on par with the first two. I want to give it a chance because it's been made for a different audience. You know, they're threading in some of that like meta postmodern humor. Hopefully in a way it's not too cringy, although, God, that line with Gingerbread Man, what did he say? I've got a fat ass, I can't remember. I've just got to hope they've chosen the worst jokes to include in that trailer, because that was painful.
Oh, God.
But, like, despite the animation style, I do want to give it a chance.
Yeah.
I'm not going to write it off completely.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel.
Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, you know, the last 2 installments haven't been great. I mean, the 4th one was probably better than the 3rd, right?
Yeah, but, like, barely. It's like the least of 2 evils. Like, the 4 and 3 were just exceedingly, like, boring and average. Though 4 did have, like, a cool, like, story. You know, it was like a kind of It's a Wonderful Life premise, like an alternate timeline. There was cool bits in there, but overall it was just like a nothing film. And the 3rd one is just, that puts me to sleep, man. Like, no one will say Shrek the 3rd is their favorite. You will never meet a single person in the world who says that. I'm sorry.
Such a boring premise. But the thing is, I always find it a weird decision because I feel like, you know, if I was designing these characters, I would just be thinking, well, like, the audiences are just not going to be happy with this. They'll be outraged from the get-go. I'm not going to try and make it... it's the same thing that happened with Sonic. And the good thing about Sonic is that they actually listened to audiences and went back to the drawing board.
And it worked out for them because they're on their, like, 3rd or 4th film.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, Jeff Fowler and the Sonic team.
Yeah. I don't think it's gotten to a point... I don't look at the trailer and think, oh, that is, like, disgusting. I'm offended by it or anything like that. It's just more cutesy. You've got bigger eyes, smoother skin, that kind of thing. That kind of more, you know... standard DreamWorks kind of like contemporary look style, you know, more cutesy. But that was the beauty of Shrek, was that he wasn't cute. Now he looks cute.
Yeah,
what is that all about?
That's the thing. I feel like it's going to be missing the grit of, like, grit in Shrek, but the grit of the animation. That also probably comes from the fact that, you know, the technology was primitive to what they have now. But I don't know, those first 2 films, they feel like lived in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The animation feel, I love how rough around the edges it is.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, especially like the second one, which, as you know, I love. I think Shrek 2 is...
Just to point out, I think you should, I think you probably pointed it out already, but just let everyone know your love for Shrek 2. I mean, it's probably like one of your favorite films,
I mean,
right?
the first one is great, don't get me wrong, revolutionary film, like, in, you know, in terms of animation and just, like, that whole medium. But Shrek 2, man, that is a flawless film to me in so many ways. It really is. Yeah. Genuinely one of the best comedies ever made. It throws so much at you. Like that Puss in Boots joke where they pull him over and he's got, like, catnip in his pocket. It looks like a little baggie of drugs. That never fails to make me laugh.
That's something I like about Shrek, is the adult jokes.
I mean, it pioneered it.
Yeah.
Because Shrek was really the first animated film that, like, there was a bit naughty that, you know, parents would get the jokes, but kids would also know. They would realize, okay, this is a little, I maybe shouldn't be watching this, which is fascinating.
Do you think? Because
100%.
Really?
100%.
Because I always thought the beauty of it was that it doesn't matter because kids ain't got a fucking clue what's going on in terms of the adult jokes, but I could be wrong. You think that kids pick up on those things?
In a weird way, yes, because they can realize that's a bit naughty. They're not saying they get the joke. Yeah. It's like one of the first films they'll see where they're like, okay, this isn't like your typical Disney film.
Yeah.
You know,
it's always funny when you go back to a kid's film and you pick up on all the references that you just never got before.
Yeah, man,
I mean, when I was a kid, I was just so obsessed with Cat in the Hat, obviously Mike Myers as well. It's great to see Mike Myers back as well.
Yeah.
But all the fucking references in Cat in the Hat in particular went straight over my head at the time.
Oh my God.
I mean, that is such an adult kind of kids film.
Truth be told, I don't know who it was made for, but I'm glad you like it. It's such a weird little film.
It's just Mike Myers, man. And there's so many, like, really over the line sexual innuendos peppered throughout, and I think it's great because I was a kid, like I said, I suppose you're right. I guess at the time I always kind of knew there was something to it.
Yes, and that's what makes it so great. But then it's also in a way where, like, you know, kids can still enjoy those jokes maybe without realizing they're naughty. Yeah. But no, like, again, Shrek 2, man, I just have such love for that film. It really, it's like, to me, it's the perfect sequel.
Yeah.
And it is the perfect Shrek film. I still love the first, but I feel like with the second one, they took what made the first film work and, like, evolved it as a sequel should do. Like, just the message of the fact that, like, Shrek and Fiona, they get what they want, but they still choose to remain the way they are. Yeah. That is a really great message that you don't see a lot, not just in kids' films, just in, like, films in general. So I really hope this film has, like, you know, an interesting angle with that, and it doesn't go route of Shrek the Third where it's just absolutely redundant and boring as shit.
I think it's also interesting to think about just like the context of the times and how drastically things have changed when you compare it to the other movies. I mean, when did the fourth one come out?
The fourth one, I mean, 2010.
2010, yeah. It's a long time ago. It's been 16 years. How have times changed compared to that? Are kids as interested in these things these days, and how is it going to keep up with keeping kids' attentions? You know?
Yeah, and I mean, that is also in regards to the humor, because like we were saying, Shrek, like, I think just pioneered a style of comedy. Yeah. Really. It was postmodern, but in a fun way, not in an annoying way.
Perfect soundtrack as well.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, especially number 2. I need a hero. I want it. Amazing. But no, it did postmodern in the right way, and unfortunately led to a bunch of animated films and films in general doing it in, like, the most annoying way. But it will be interesting to see if the humor's in that same style, or if it will fall victim to... you know, TikTok brain rot humor, which I just hope it's that one joke. I mean, did you like that joke in the trailer, the gingerbread man? I did, like, groan at that.
What was he getting his ass slapped?
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Because
we just don't want it to be like the lowest common denominator shit, you know?
Because in, like, the first 2 films, even when they had, like, toilet humor, it was still, like, done in a way of a classic comedy, like a Jerry Zucker, like a Naked Gun way. Like, for example, like, in the second film, when they break Shrek and Donkey out, and then there was Pinocchio, and he's like, quick, tell a lie. I'm wearing woman's underwear. That's a dumb joke. It's really stupid and, like, juvenile, but the way it's executed is so funny, and the way it keeps going, and it actually propels the scene forward. Like, it's like, smartly done. Just a credit to the writing team, and I really hope that it's the same case with this new film. I really hope so.
I mean, it's the thing. What do you feel about, like, movies these days being multi-generational like they were before? I mean, do you think it's tilted more in direction of, like, a kid's movie is more just for kids, or do you think it's more they're trying to cover all bases here?
That really depends on the franchise. I think when you've got something like Shrek or Toy Story, it's going to be multi-generational. And I think it's really interesting, especially with Shrek. It's really kind of, like, made for, like, not entirely made for us, but, like, they know in a way 9% of the audience will be Gen Z and millennials, because for all of us those 2 films were so formative. Like, I don't know, you wouldn't meet another 25-year-old who hasn't grown up with the Shrek films. So I think when it comes to this franchise, it's inherently multi-generational. Absolutely.
We just hope that the writers aren't going to fuck around with that. Let's have a look at the who's actually writing this 5th one as well. Okay, so it's Michael McCullers.
Yeah, no, this guy has worked with Mike Myers quite a lot. He wrote on some of the Austin Powers films, which, you know, I love. But then also, I mean, The Boss Baby, which is...
Oscar-nominated masterpiece.
Some people love The Boss Baby. I still can't quite see the genius, but... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect there because, I do truly love the Austin Powers films. I love Austin. Well, actually, Austin Powers 3, which, some people don't like. Yeah. But then he does also have the live-action Thunderbirds.
Hotel Brady Transylvania. Have you ever watched that one?
No, I haven't. But live-action Thunderbirds. Brady Corbett, director of The Brutalist. Would you believe that?
So random.
Crazy. Very random. But, I don't know, man.
I mean, it seems like if he's working with Mike Myers, he might be thread through that classic kind of Mike Myers humor.
Yeah, hopefully.
That I miss. I fucking love Mike Myers. I thought he was great at the time. Like the early noughties, he was just.
Oh mate, he ruled
so
the world,
great.
man. I mean, you liked Austin Powers, didn't you?
Austin Powers is fucking great, man.
Yeah.
But obviously a lot of people are not happy about this, change in cartoon style. Let's have a read what people are saying. It's good animation, but it's not the Shrek animation, which always aimed for this realistic approach that gave it this grounded look, to give it that this is what the fairy tales actually look like normally feel. That's a really good point, actually.
Yeah.
Because like you said, there was more of a gritty kind of nature to it.
Absolutely.
Because if you look at Shrek, he's ugly, man. He's a fucking ugly character, and now it's like he's quite pretty with pretty big eyes and all that stuff.
Because that's the funny thing about Shrek, just the concept of it and its place in pop culture. It was always it was the anti-Disney, anti-fairy tale.
Yeah.
And it's just fascinating to think that Shrek has become such a beloved character, not just for millennials, but for little kids as well. And he's designed to be this, not realistic looking, but dirty looking thing.
Oh, absolutely.
So that is really interesting that he says that. But it's really fascinating. I actually weirdly, I found this to be the case with the third film, because the technology had even progressed in so Shrek 2, that was 2004, and Shrek the Third 2007. The technology had progressed, I mean, inherently, even in those past 2-3 years. And the animation, you could say, technically looked better, but it looked lazier. And maybe this isn't lazy. Maybe they put a ton of work into it, but it doesn't feel special.
Well, you feel like the animation in the second one looked better than the third.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%, man. Yeah. Even now, I'm just amazed that, that is 2004.
Yeah.
And the third, weirdly, it looked just, there was nothing special about it, which was strange.
Yeah.
Shrek is such a fun, unique, weird franchise.
Yeah.
And I again, I'm just going to give the film a chance, but I feel it with this new art style. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
And despite looking better, some of the textures might be more detailed, better technology.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks cheaper to me. It's
strange.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
That. Yeah.
And you're not alone. The colors are too bright, the characters move with too little weight, and the designs still just look off. I'm not sold. They ruined Shrek. I guess the new models aren't the worst. I don't know. I kind of just hate this idea. This is the 5th movie in a series of movies instead of just a spin-off called something else. That would make it easier to accept, because it's not just an aged Shrek. It's driving me crazy that people are saying that. His head shape and eyes and chin and mouth are very different. I actually think he looks younger. That's the thing. He looks more babyish, and that's also what doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, the whole film looks more babyish.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Not only they ruined it by changing art style, they also ruined animation, because in the original, gravity felt real. When characters moved, jumped, you felt weight and physics behind it.
Okay, that is extremely hyperbolic. I mean, maybe we can't say much about that, but saying what did he say? That's killed animation?
Yeah, it's ruined animation.
I think Spider-Verse and even Puss in Boots: The Last Witch, which we need to watch, apparently, by the way. Apparently that's a masterpiece.
Oh, have you not watched it?
No, I have not. Have you?
No, I haven't.
No.
I've heard really good things, though, which is crazy.
Yeah, no, animation, those two films prove that animation is well and truly alive.
Yeah, I think, I mean, you have to judge it by individual basis, but I get what the person's saying in terms of the animation style. I mean, these things matter, when a character moves, it should feel as though, it shouldn't look as though it's weightless. I mean, fucking Shrek is a fat character. It should feel as though he's got weight to him. So I understand that. In the trailer, everything feels weightless and bouncy, just like in Disney animation. It's amazing how they did the opposite of everything Shrek was in the original. I don't fully hate on the new animation. It's good, but it's not great. I probably get used to it. Also, one of the reasons I kind of like this new animation is that it finally stopped trying to look so real all the time. Don't get me wrong, the old animation is peak, but one of the downsides of the old animation for me is they always tried to make it look so real. But hey-ho, old animation is so peak and this animation is good, but I need some time to grow on it.
Well, I mean, I don't quite understand what he's saying.
There's a lot of contradictions there. So you kind of like the old, but you don't like the old.
It's peak, but it's too realistic for you.
It's good because it was realistic. It's bad because it was realistic. A lot of people were talking about how bouncy it is. It's too bouncy, and the designs look off. Like, I can tell who they all are, but I don't like it. Also, the sons are so
sorry,
odd
no,
looking.
I completely agree with that. It doesn't feel right. I know that's Donkey.
Yeah.
It's Eddie Murphy's voice. You know, that's my boy. You want to get some parfait. Parfait's delicious, but it's like, it's not him.
No, it does proper give you Uncanny Valley.
It's not him. I'm like, who am I watching here?
I do not get all the crying. It has been years since the fourth one. You expect the same animation? Every franchise undergoes changes like this. It's not like you cannot recognize the characters. Eyes to close. Are you kidding? I care about the script after the train wreck the fourth one was, and is Puss part of it? The end of Last Wish kind of hinted at that. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that shows we have to watch the last Puss in Boots. I disagree with that as well, because if you consider franchises like Toy Story, they've never fucked with the character designs at all.
Absolutely not. I mean,
just
Toy Story, that would be a riot. I don't think you could ever do that.
Can you imagine?
God.
Jesus Christ, can you imagine? I mean,
never.
Actually, having said that, if you consider characters like Bo Peep, I mean, if you consider her from the first one, she's completely different. She looks like ceramic now and stuff. I mean, she kind of did in the first one, but
you know, I guess if it's a side character, like it's fine.
Not a big deal. But imagine like fucking Woody.
Oh my God, no! They made Woody
like
more
eyes.
like anamorphic.
Yeah,
got rid of his like skinny little like cotton legs or whatever material they're made of.
It was like, or like Buzz was like more muscular. Oh, to be fair though, with the new fucking Lightyear movie, that was just a fucking terrible. I don't know what that was.
That was a travesty. Lightyear. I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't know what they were thinking. Why would you fuck with that?
No, but why would you bookend it as this is Andy's favorite film? Why be weirdly pretentious about it?
Yeah, that was weird.
No, why put a title card in front of Lightyear of all films?
So that's pretty much how they justified it, by saying this was Andy's favorite.
This was the film we watched. I was like, yeah.
But that still doesn't really make sense why it doesn't look like Buzz.
Yeah.
Because obviously if you're making a toy off a character from a movie, you're going to make it try and look exactly as similar as you can to the character in the movie. That was very strange. Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed...
very mixed bag.
Yeah. A lot of people are kind of saying, what's the big deal? And a lot of people are saying, how dare they?
Yeah. I mean, look, at this point, I'm willing to move past the art style. If the script and the story they've chosen to tell, and if the humor is on point, I'll maybe get past it.
Yeah.
Because I really, you know... Again, I hold, like, just especially the second one. I hold that film so dear to me.
I think you should just do like an hour-long fucking video.
Oh, I would,
just about Shrek 2.
I would. It deserves it. It absolutely deserves it. But yeah, man, like Mike Myers, DreamWorks, like, don't let us down.
Please don't, guys.
Please don't.